before you carry on, obviously, that's all cool, but you have attracted some other attention of other partygoers who are keen to sample what you have to offer in the way of lion herb.
I bet as soon as the odor drifts off, they're like, ooh.
So you are potentially making some new friends who I might try and work out what they're like.
Because that never happens.
Specifically two relatively young, one is an elf and one is a she, who are, what's the word? They look young and innocent and not like they should be at a party full of spies and ne'er-do-wells, but who knows? You can't trust these she anyway. Anyway, they are keen to talk to you. They introduce themselves. I will tell you what their names are if I can remember. I
sure hope these aren't the same ones that we saw in the vision. Those guys looked kind of slovenly and disreputable.
Oh, no, not at all. These are, in fact, are you, if you're there, Ron, you, Shining Star, would recognise them.
Oh, no.
I suspect. They are called, they introduce themselves, one of them is called Moth, that's the she, and the other one, I did have a name for her, Spring's Blooming. She's an elf, she's quite tall and broad for an elf. Whereas Moth is a short she with short, spiky, silver blonde hair.
No, we have seen them. They're just like I saw them at the Fire Festival, right? No.
Oh, possibly yes.
No, where did you describe them before? I remember this.
If you didn't see them at the Fire Festival, which is quite possible, I may have. Oh, no, I remember where you saw them before. They were hanging out with Spring Lightning last time you saw them.
That's right.
Give me a memory roll of Shining Stars.
Yes, of course. Should have thought of that. A very crappy one. My memory's pretty good, but my roll isn't. I get a 20, which for me is inferior.
Okay. So yeah, you absolutely recognise them as having seen them in the street. With,
I'm like, where did I see that? I know I've seen them before, but that's it, right?
Yeah, it's an itch in the back of your head that you can't really place otherwise. But yes, they're, as I say, Moth and Spring's Blooming are asking if they can kind of drag you off into a corner where you can hit them up, as it were. But if you want to disentag yourself, that's fine. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Girl is probably gonna say, let's talk about this later. But Girl would try to make her way over to Shining Star and say, Shining Star, I think that draconian costumed outfit fellow is not taking a kindly look towards us. He seems to be thinking that we are infringing on his territory.
Well,
just to quickly interrupt, are you giving the two young ladies sort of the brush off? Are you sort of shouldering past them, or just trying to talk under your voice so Shining Star hears and they don't? Or?
Well, I think what I would try to tell them is I'd be happy to talk to them later, but I need to converse with somebody right now.
Cool. Give me a charm roll quickly to see how that goes.
It is feeble.
Well, if you don't want to talk to us, and they like check what it says, for feeble, graceless humans, and they go off somewhere else, shooting daggers at you with their eyes. Not actual daggers. The party hasn't got that far yet. Yeah, so cool. Conversation. Don't let me interrupt it.
Yeah, so I work my way over to Shining Star to kind of just nod over to Ernest and let Shining Star know that Ernest is feeling threatened.
That's not a good sign. We did have the boat ride over, and he took care of my sister. I hope that that's okay. The whole tying her up thing, I might want to check on that one of these days, just in case he keeps her like on a shelf or something. But he introduced me to Puck, and now Puck's got me kind of trying to betray my friends and other spy shit. So apparently he's jealous of us.
Never asked me to betray my friend.
Funny, everyone seems to think that I would betray my friends, and it's like the one thing I won't do. So I think that could be a very dangerous enemy. Ernest has a million contacts and is obviously an experienced field agent. We could have a real enemy here if we're not careful.
Would you like to give me a customs roll, Shining Star, to give a bit more context, to let me expound a bit more on the context of the bureaucracies and things of the Elven Empire, and therefore how dangerous Ernest might be, and other things?
Well, my contacts roll, I have attempted to improve it. It is all the way up to an 8 from an earlier base, which is good. And with a roll of 79, that puts us nicely well into the proper area of good.
Good. Cool. So, partly inspired by this conversation, partly by the earlier conversations about Pup as well,
Right.
I would like to point out to you that the impressions I may have given to the contrary, we are not talking about a huge deep state spy apparatus here where there are every guy in a black suit who you put down 4 more thing up in his place. So, the personalities within the spy network infrastructures of the Elven Empire do make a difference, and if you removed one, the guy who replaced them may be different, have different attitudes and things like that. So when you considered whether it was appropriate to kill Pup, maybe get rid of him, a different person will have a different view about the Nomad Empire.
Well, especially if it's Christabel, but go on.
Yeah, indeed. But equally, Ernest is dangerous because he knows people and because he can do things, but he is not all powerful and terrible.
Right. Okay, that's a good point. So
he's still
I get
just
to think
a guy.
about it. So, yeah, I get that.
My view is we're more of the still quite scary Elizabethan courts and their spies.
I was going to say, this is
That's what you
very
were
much a
gonna
Sir
say.
Walter Raleigh kind of spy situation. That was just occurring to me. I get that. Well,
just to
right. Good clarifier.
you where-
Good clarifier. Not to be too scared, but rather, yes, he is at least connected.
but
Tell you
equally,
what,
obviously,
I'm
the
going
emotions
to.
of personalities are important too.
I'll say, don't worry, I'll take care of it. What could go wrong? And head over to Ernest.
Cool. Okay.
And I'm going to do a whole funny cackly witch skit to the terrifying draconian who could scorch us all to a cinder if he wanted to. Basically, and to be very entertaining to everybody, and include him in it, so he's not going to be knocking anyone over, and so therefore make us the delight of the room with our funny repartee. I will feed him amusing opportunities for easy fill-ins for punchlines.
Maybe start making out with.
Well, okay. No. Let's,
Well, I would not like to be accused of objectifying our female heroines.
No, I don't think that necessarily involved kissing and making out. It seems I totally got what you're saying.
Just
go for it.
We
Have a,
can't all cuddle the snake, okay?
You have a -1 column shift because
What?
you're trying.
Alrighty then.
Well, okay.
No. I'm fine. I'm fine with a column shift, Ross. Don't worry about it. It was a pro
Only
forma.
because-
It was a pro forma squeak, not an actual system concern.
And you have a column shift because you're trying to get Ernest to show his funny and human side, and, or indeed funny and anything. So that isn't a verbalog, and therefore a stick in them.
Well, for God's sake, for
Doer.
once, I really, really, really wanted this one.
So did I. I wasn't going to give you.
I do really love the scene of her doing this weird witch scene and him just not having it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It is an inferior result.
Okay,
and if you
inferior
wanted
isn't
to,
so bad.
if you wanted to give me a little bit of protagonism here, you'd say it's all his fault. But
Well, no, inferior is not like complete failure or anything. You get 25% accomplished, so you know
could be.
Yeah.
according to the thing. So there is repartee.
I could, in fact, be funny. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're certainly funny. As I said, it's probably. Was that an inferior plus the columnship? I suppose I should. Was that inferior after the columnship?
Good point.
I'm sure it is.
Wait. Yes.
Cool. Just to check. I wouldn't like to be sending the rule more than I already am. So yes, there is a bit of repartee. He gets into it a bit. Maybe he even smiles, although who would know because he's got a huge draconian head on his face. But it's all going so well, and then and then everybody is distracted in this little corner of the party because the curtains fly back and a magic carpet flies into the room with a number of burly and scary-looking nomads on it, and so you're interrupted before you can properly make the connection and get on with Ernest as you would hope.
Well, this is an escalation.
Yeah. What did you say was on the flying carpet?
Flying carpet landing in the sort of foyer of this large tent, curtains billowing back, doorway billowing back, that sort of thing. Ernest rushing off in a panic to go and do something about this.
I get the idea this was an unexpected flying carpet.
It would appear so. Would you like to confirm that by making an empathy roll? See if you can read the body language of a guy wearing a draconian costume.
Maybe not a great one. I get a poor result, but
Okay.
might be unexpected.
It certainly might be unexpected. The speed at which mid-sentence, in fact, humorous response to one of your little witticisms that Ernest suddenly disappeared off, staggering and tripping over his own tail into another bit of sense, suggests he was not expecting. But girl, would you like to give me a memory roll and you get a +2 conscious?
I have a inferior result, even with the 2 column shift.
Oh my God.
I can only imagine you have been blanking things from your memory because they're so traumatic. You have a nagging suspicion that the guy stepping off the front of the tent of the magic carpet, probably, and shouting, "Puck, where's my friend Puck? I must apologise for being late to his party." Nagging familiarity to him, but you can't place who he is.
Can I place who he is?
You may not be here. You were kind of wandered off the
Is this a different room? Okay.
different bit of tent, but
Is he the only one on? Is he the only one on the carpet? Just one person?
oh no, he's accompanied by 2 more.
And are they nomads or are they in costume or?
Ooh, well, that's a good question. Give me an intelligence roll. Girl, did you ask that question?
I'm not rolling well.
Oh no, you're doing exactly what you need to do.
And so Shining Star is dead, or just her arms cut off?
What did you? Sorry, what did you get, Robbie?
Feeble. I was feeble
Feeble.
on that roll. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're obviously in costume and aren't really nomads.
Ah,